we all know Devin, the Dream Haney, is coming off of a debacling performance against Regis Prograis. He completely did him dirty. But I think what's even more glaring is what Devin Haney said after the fight was over in the press conference. Right now, Devin Haney, he just had a good performance, so he's on the high horse right now. And it's kind of crazy, what's all going down, how Haney now is just, like I said, they viewing him as in the stratospheres when everybody knew that this fight was going to be a walk down for him, going up against Regis. Nobody looked at Regis as a formidable opponent, probably outside of Regis. But that's neither here nor there. I want to get into what he stated. Now, Haney right now, like I said, him and his father Bill, they talking crazy. They talking about going up to 147 and all that, But I want to give some quotes because they brought up the Tank fight. We all know that's a huge fight between him and Gervonta Tank Davis. That fight should have been happened. This is what Devin said. Tank don't want to fight. If he really wanted to fight, he would be trying to build up the fight instead of trying to knock it down or say, I'm only selling because of this or that. If he really wanted to fight me, he would be saying it's a big fight and the best fight for boxing. He only talks down on the fight. But like I've said many times, they say everything, but let's fight. So it's pretty crazy. I got Phonics in the building to discuss this involving Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta is 29-0, no losses, no draws, 27 wins violently by the way of knockout. What is Devin Haney speaking on? Is Devin Haney barking up a tree he don't want to be barking up on? And is there any clarity to what this man is saying?
Man, Flight, what you just said about Regis was funny, man. That was funny right there. That's a funny one. I gotta remember that. What Devin Haney is saying is basically when you're talking on mute, nobody can hear you. Nobody's hearing what he's saying, man. Nobody is hearing what he's saying. Nobody's buying what he's selling. Tank Davis can say whatever he wants because he's the man. Pause. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go see him. You know what I'm saying? If Devin Haney wants to make any kind of splashes in the boxing world and really cement himself, he's gonna have to take on the biggest and the baddest. So Tank can poke fun all he want at the sales and all of that. I saw all of that. But at the end of the day, you gotta get with Tank to try to make that work, not the other way around. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? For all intents and purposes, I don't know what that belt was they threw at him Saturday night, but you don't have any belts. You ain't the champion no more. So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta see Tank, man. And you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, Haney is scared. His father's scared. You know what I'm saying? It used to be a show called Money and Violence, and the dude on there used to say you need to respect your jaw. Bill need to tell his son, yo, respect your jaw. You don't want no issues with that man because he might hurt you. You know what I'm saying? And look, everybody thinks Devin Haney put on a work of art Saturday. Again, I'm not impressed. You weren't impressed, man. Javante, Tank will knock him out. I guarantee you that in five
Easy.
rounds. Easy.
I think so too. I mean, because like I said, Haney, his jaw is questionable. And like I said, Tank coming with power. And like I said, he know that Tank is skilled. But I mean, you hear Haney talking about he want to make the biggest and best fights possible. Does he really want that fight with Tank? I mean, because like I said, I think he might be getting upside himself. Tank is on record of saying he even told Shakur all that boxing, somebody got to get hit. So what about a guy like Haney? Yeah, looked at as an elite boxer, but at the end of the day, if Tank touch him, I mean, it's lights out.
Exactly, man. And like we told the listeners over the weekend, man, you know, none of these fighters with these unblemished records who don't have any defeats, they don't want to take a loss because it can mean starting over. And when you're in your late 20s, early 30s, you really don't want that as far as boxing. So Haney, like he's feeling good right now, and he'll come down off of that quick. They'll come. We've seen other boxers do that in the past, and I'll take such and such, and yeah, bring them on. Next thing we know, they're fighting to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't
Right.
want that kind of smoke. You know
Next
what I'm
thing they're
saying?
gonna be fighting for Rolly belt. All this talk here, got next fight gonna be Rolly. I
Right,
mean,
right,
it's
right.
crazy trying to get all the belts, the cheap belts that he can. I'm here with you on that. But we talk about a guy. Where would this fight take place? I mean, you don't see Tank going up to 140. Would Tank really entertain a catch weight? I mean, he did it with Ryan. What do you? Where does the fight take place if it was to happen?
Who the heck? If it did, it had to be some money. It had to be some real money on the line. Now look, yo, look, Tank can solidify himself. So yo, he gonna get 6 figures regardless, and the people gonna come out to see him. You know what I'm saying? And regardless of how Devin Haney thinks Vegas is his hometown, that's Tank Davis' hometown. You know what I'm saying? So no disrespect, B more.
Wherever Tank go, even if Tank go to Oakland, he gonna shut Oakland down. Wherever Tank is at, that's gonna be where he gonna be the star. He the A side, and I think him and Bill they would get. They know they not the A side over Tank. And Tank don't get no publicity. He don't got no endorsement deals. He ain't got nothing. For whatever reason. But like I said, he's arguably the most feared man in boxing. Everybody looking to get a payday off Tank, but I mean,
Right.
like I said, it's not. I don't think it's what these people really want. I don't think Haney truly want that fight because, like you said, it could be starting over for him. But right now he on his high horse off that win. It's like anything he say right now is gold to the public.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it all sounds good until Tank really be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up? Let's start negotiations. And then we're gonna hear all kind of BS. You know what I'm saying? Because Devin Haney's in the I said what I don't like about that dude, he won't fight nobody. So until he fights somebody, I can't get no respect. I knew the outcome of that Regis Pajadas fight. He should have never fought him. Dude is not supposed to be up to his caliber. Why he did it, I don't know, but it is what it is. That's water under the bridge. Okay, you won that. So who you gonna call out? Why don't you fight Teofimo? I think that'll be a good fight.
Right. I like Tio on that fight. But that's what we're gonna get into next time though in boxing. Because I
All right.
think I know you good, but I think that's a fight that is more likely and more feasible to happening. You know, but it's crazy. I really don't know what's going on. You see, he wasn't too rambunctious about Tio. Tio be ready to take that. Him and his father. They gonna get vocal. So they was coming at Tank. But I think if they would have brought that energy to Tio would have been ready to bring that paperwork tomorrow. So it's kind of crazy, and I hope we get these fights, man, at 140, man. I hope so because there's so many great fights. Nonetheless, Tank could be fighting, Cruz. We all know what happened with him and Pitbull. That's the talk right now. Nothing edged in stone, but Tank will be returning next year. We almost at that point. How excited are you to see Tank back in the ring?
Oh man, very excited, man. I just hope the competition is worthy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just hope the competition is worthy because, again, that Ryan Garcia, I didn't even know what that was about. He's another one. He was a nobody, and now he's back to being a nobody. So I never knew what that was about. Or the dude, Edwin De Los Santos, or whatever his name was. So, I mean, but he got those off, man, and he's the champ, man. It's time for him to start taking some risks as well. He's getting
Right.
later in his career, and Tank said he doesn't want to fight forever. So.
That's right. Well, we're gonna get into it, man. Make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to Flight Sports for more news, updates, and more. Peace.